He plays fast-rising singer-songwriter Trace Riley in Hallmark's original multi-generational family drama, Chesapeake Shores. I love this show so much. Please welcome back to our home our good friend Jesse Metcalfe. We're so excited to have you. All right, Jesse, a lot's going on with Trace and with the O'Briens and everybody.
Absolutely. Always.
So this is the third season. It's starting this Sunday.
Yeah.
Trace, his career is really on the rise. He's gone out. He was on tour. He's just coming home from tour. And his rising fame has sort of put a little bit of strain on his relationship, right?
It has. It has, much like fame will do.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have a lot of personal experience with that, and I could, bring that to the story and bring that to the character, which was great. But the Trace Riley band's really taken off since season 2. He has to deal with reporters digging for stories and paparazzi coming to Chesapeake Shores, and it's all really putting a strain on his relationship with Abby as he tries to prove himself as a stepfather to her 2 daughters.
So that's where we pick up.
Yeah.
Now, we have actually a clip from the season premiere where Trace and Abby are reunited, and they are much looking forward to spend some time together.
Yes,
let's watch.
Absolutely.
When I left, it was hard.
I'm sorry, but you had to go do this, and I didn't know how else to let you go.
I get it. But I'm back now, and nothing's changed. So let's just enjoy the time we have together. The 22 days and 14 hours and 11 minutes.
Well, that is why I have made an incredibly thorough list of all of the things that we can do in that time.
Of course you made a list.
It's an incredibly thorough list.
Oh, okay. And what's first?
So this season, it seems like you guys are diving deeper into some real life stuff that isn't necessarily doesn't always end up with a nice little bow around it, right?
This is true, yeah. I mean, that scene right there was right when Trace comes back from tour. So Abby and Trace hadn't seen each other in 6 months, and although they'd stayed in touch, I think they decided to sort of change their perspective on the relationship, not have such high expectations. But as relationships, evolve, with people that have very strong feelings for each other, the relationship tends to get serious very quickly, and he's spending a lot of time with her daughters and kind of like playing that stepfather role. So,
But he's sort of absentee.
Well, the first half of the season is really about reconnecting with Abby, with her girls, and with the rest of the O'Brien family. But then once the tour starts to pull him away, the pressure of that starts to take its toll.
So you're playing the role of a man that spends a lot of time away from his partner on the show, but actually in real life you have a fiancé, right?
I do.
Congratulations, Cara, right?
That's right.
So, and I know that you are also, because I feel the same pain sometimes.
I know you too. You're very busy.
You travel very much for the show and for everything else you do. How do you guys manage to keep the relationship happy?
We talk a lot of FaceTiming at the end of the day.
There
to
she
sort
is.
of there she is. Yeah, to reconnect. We try not to go longer than 2 weeks without seeing each other. I think that's the key.
But it's hard.
It is hard.
It is hard.
It is hard, but luckily she's in the industry as well, so she understands.
It's important to have somebody who actually understands.
And we've been together for 13 years, so.
You guys,
If you're not getting it right, by the 13th year,
she wouldn't
probably
like you already.
Right.
She
give up.
True. It's true, but that's good because you have that stability. You have something. You have a history to build on.
Absolutely.
But if you're just dating someone at the beginning,
she's a great partner, very understanding.
And it's very important. You got to find someone that understands the requirement of the industry you're working at.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're spending more time in explaining yourself than actually performing what you have to do.
Or enjoying the time that you're spending together.
Exactly.
Right, and not to mention there's a lot of insecurities that come along with, I mean, both of your jobs. You're a fancy celebrity chef, you're an actor, so if you don't have that communication, it could really be very detrimental.
Communication is the key.
Communication is the key. We are so used to seeing you all over our television screen and just about every TV show that we ever loved. But you're now a huge action star, and I'd like to say congratulations.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
I mean, Escape Plan 2, Hades, which is a movie that you starred in, an action film, which you starred in with one of your heroes, and I think a lot of people's heroes on this set, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
What was that like working with him?
It was a dream come true. You know, I grew up on his films as a boy. You know, Rocky, Rambo. I mean, there's just too many to name, and he's amazing. Just a consummate professional, really great guy, in incredible shape. You know,
Yeah, you're not
he
kidding.
Does most of his own stunts. I was very impressed by him, and obviously very
Which is
honored.
fairly uncommon in the industry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a lot more common in the action genre as one.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot more
know.
common
Now,
than one might think.
I heard that you did attempt a little stunt, for yourself that
Yeah.
caused a little bit of a pain.
Well, I mean,
So how did that?
the ironic thing
how did that
about it
work
is
out?
that I did this high fall and you know, didn't incur any injury while doing this fall. But then as I was running away, because I was wearing prison slippers, I like pulled my hamstring. So I blame it on the slippers.
How you doing right now? You good now?
I'm good. It was a minor injury. I pushed through it.
But that's
So it's all good.
hysterical that you're jumping off a building totally fine. He
Totally
gets up
fine.
to
He
say
walked
slip.
away and he's
Yeah.
left.
It's like where you
Exactly.
slip on a banana peel. Oh my
Exactly.
gosh, that's not only do you do your own stunts, you also do your own fishing, which is very impressive. I mean, that could come in handy in Chesapeake Shores because
Yeah.
there's a lot of fish over in
Yeah,
the
it could.
Chesapeake Bay Area.
It could.
I'd like to show our viewers some of these. That's impressive.
That's a monster.
That's
What is
impressive.
that?
And that's not even the biggest fish he's caught.
That's a salmon.
Yes, and look
salmon.
at these guys.
I mean,
Did you grow up fishing?
I did, actually. I lived on the water back in Connecticut. We used to fish for striped bass kind of off the dock at my house in Connecticut. But these are salmon. They're spring salmon, as the Canadians like to call them. We call them king salmon.
Right, he knows all about
yeah.
that because he
They're
can cook
delicious,
it for
man.
you.
Delicious.
I cook them
Absolutely.
as every chance
That
I
was
have.
a 24-pounder. So
Wow,
yeah,
that's
it was,
that's a big.
You know, I had to
boy.
put in a little work to reel that one
So
in.
what is the key? Because there's a key. I've been fishing many times. I'll hook and then suddenly the fish is gone. And I
Okay,
said,
well,
what happened?
the key is to let the fish run if it wants to run. So that means you don't consistently reel the fish in. If the fish wants to run, you let him go.
Let it get tired.
And more line starts running out, and then when he stops pulling, stops running, then you reel in as fast as you can. So that's why sometimes it can take a long time, you know, 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes to reel in a fish like that. So.
Wow, you do a good job.
Yeah.
You do a good job fishing.
Good for the forearms.
Yeah, it is. You do a good job doing your
workout.
stunts and on Chesapeake Shores. We're so excited.
Very,
In fact,
very
thank you so much
macho.
for
Very
joining us,
macho.
Jesse. You're so wonderful.
All right.
Season 3 of Chesapeake Shores premieres this Sunday at 9, 8 Central on Hallmark Channel.